Did you finish that drift game?
No, I started to play it though.
What do you think?
The story of the single player is tough to bear.
Is there a single player?
Yeah.
Or a story mode? Okay.
Which thank goodness, because like I think just doing time trials and stuff, I think I would be very bored.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, it's kind of hard to tell in this footage, but they did some weird, I don't know, some sort of weird shader, it feels like, on these cars to make them look like weirdly compressed.
Oh.
And it has sort of a unique look to it. But yeah, the thing I kind of struggle with is how, like, right now there's one car I can use, but they all control so very differently that I don't want to touch the other cars. They're so hard. Like, one has like there's like no in between on the drift. It's just like either nothing or fucking cranked out to the side. And you don't always go full bore with your drift. Sometimes you use some subtlety. But that's a pretty fucking tight corner.
Is it still like time based, or is there like things you have to hit along the way, like in a little Mario Kart style where you have to hit stuff along the way, or it's all just timed?
It's largely timed. Even when you're doing like these people, they're doing like, you know, one-on-one, but if you hit the other car, you're just gonna float through it like a ghost.
Gotcha.
But it's actually giving it another shot. It's pretty cool. I think it would be more fun if I could actually collide with other cars. I think that would make it a blast. That being said, like turning your car around on the track, your left stick barely turns you.
Okay.
So if you ever did get flipped around by hitting another car, like turning around would be the biggest pain in the ass.
Is there no damage, I imagine? Well, I mean, they could, because these aren't like copyrighted, you know, these are just kind of their own creation, right?
Yeah, they're just anime cars.
But there's no like damage to your car when you're doing this?
Nope.
Or when you're hitting. So then you mentioned, like, do you not hit other cars? Like you go through them, or
you
do
go through them like a ghost. So like you'll go from like doing ghost trials, like, because in the single player you'll like first you do just like a practice lap, then you go up against a ghost, then you do like a race against another car. But since both the ghost and the other car, both you just float through them, there's no real difference between that and a ghost race.
Gotcha.
So they may just not have been able to make it work.
Yeah, I understand that.
But
although,
yeah, it's pretty neat.
If you could be crashing and bumping around, like, that's really the next step, and maybe that's a not DLC or like a sequel kind of thing. But if it was more like God, I'm blanking on the name, but there's that series that focuses on Burnout, that focuses on the crashes. They could kind of merge those two things.
I think the thing that's too bad is this game kind of got its thunder stolen, because there's another game that just came out with a super generic name. It's called just like
Car 5 or
super, like, I don't know, like Nito Racer.
I was gonna Google that, but I'm sure it's not what it's called.
Right. I don't even know what website would be covering it.
And it's already out. So Grand Theft Auto Rocket League.
Hot Shot Racing right there. So that's the one. Oh, Initial Drift is beating it. This is just the one I've been seeing. A lot more streamers are playing it. But yeah, you can sort of see that classic, like, makes you almost think of Virtua Fighter with these graphics.
Oh, sure.
Very intentional.
That's dope.
But yeah, apparently it's just a
like
blast
a PS1 original kind of game.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently it's a blast to play. It's very fast paced. You can collide and race with other people. I don't even know if in Inertial Drift if you can race with people online. You might not be able to. But yeah, apparently it's just a blast.
Gotcha.
And runs at like a bajillion frames per second.
Nice.
Because
right. It's simplified, or all the graphics or textures are simple.
So